Hey YouTube, this is diveflyfish. Just want to show you something. This is one of those little crystal cells that I put together, and I've had it in a desiccant chamber for over 48 hours with a few other cells. I just want to show you what we're starting with. So I'm going to start with the voltage here and just show you what this registers coming right out of the chamber. About 1.5 volts, okay? Depending upon where I touch it. Now, next thing is we are going to switch this over to the microamp, because again it is my contention that I've taken about as much water out of the cell as I humanly can without taking it to a deep vacuum. So I will show you now what it's showing from a it's microamps. Now 0.6 microamps, because she's dry as a bone. Okay? Now, the next thing that I'm going to do, and try to juggle my hands to do this, this syringe here I have filled with isopropyl alcohol, which you saw on my other videos. So at best, there is only 30% water, the rest is isopropyl alcohol, but it is a polar molecule. So, in any event, I'm going to hook up the lead to the cell here so I can use both hands to not only apply the isopropyl but to videotape as well, and that's stabilizing, so I'm not moving anything. So there again is the microamp reading 0.6 microamps on that cell. Okay? Now I'm going to add just a drop or two of the isopropyl, and I want you to watch what happens to the current when I add just a drop of the micro or the isopropyl. So again, just a drop or so, and here it goes. One drop. That was one drop. Okay, so off she goes, and here you see the transient effect of the water molecule and the isopropyl molecule. Okay, so it bumped it up, set things off, and she slowly starts coasting down. Again, that was one infinitely small drop just in the top of this cell, and it'll stabilize at a certain point in time because there is 30% water in there. Okay, but that at least shows you the lack of conduction without some form of either polar molecule or water molecule. So for what it's worth, it's now stabilized at about 75.5 microamps. So now the next experiment will be to take the same said cell, and in this syringe here I have water, and let's see what it does when I add a drop of water to the same cell. So I'll see if I can get this videotaping so you can see just one tiny drop going there. Let's see if I can get to see a better background here. Might be able to see the. Let's see if we can get it to drop. Oh, there we go. Now, one tiny drop of water, and now look where she's going. Okay. So we're seeing a vast differential in current amounts when we add just a tiny, tiny drop of water. So again, these cells, as being perfectly anhydrous, do not produce much current at all. But you add a tiny drop of water, and that changes things. And again, that was just one drop of isopropyl and one drop of water. It went from the microamp amount to over 400 and some microamps. So for what it's worth, just trying to show you, what type of current we can get out of this with a very, very minor addition of fluid. Now all we have to do is, if we can figure out any other fluid besides water to ensure that we don't have any magnesium destruction. As an aside, even though the oxide layer is there, it'll be interesting to see what we can accomplish. So one drop of water, one drop of isopropyl, and that's where we are. Have a great night.